And are we live? Are we live? Are we live? We are now live, and my wife's just coming home. She's going to be calling for the dog. So, I just want to let you know Donald Trump is racist, and a gun store. I can't say the name, but it's a three-letter acronym because YouTube terms of services and policies. They're a racist gun store. I just want to let you know Donald Trump is racist. Gun store is racist. So forget the picture of, let's see, Donald Trump, Muhammad Ali, Al Sharpton, and Jesse Jackson. Oh, I think Rosa Parks was in there. Getting an award for his support of that. Forget about all that. He's a racist, and you know why? Well, I'm gonna have to add this here. So because Yahoo News says so. Well, really, it's a New Republic. This is an aggregation of the news. So the sick racist message behind why Trump chose that particular gun store. What is amazing to me is how hard you have to work at connecting the dots. Hey, Johnny Barr, how's it going, man? How hard you have to work at connecting the dots to make Donald Trump a racist. Now, mind you, I don't know if it would. Let's just say it was a Ford truck that drug that man, some white jackwagon rednecks drug a black man behind a truck in Texas to his death. Now, if a president goes to, let's just say it was a Ford truck, I don't recall the specifics of that incident, but if it's a Ford truck and like a president like, I don't know, spaghetti brains, Joe Biden goes to Ford and drives an EV truck there, would they say that's racist because he drove a truck that was a Ford that drug that black man to his death? No, they don't say any of that crap. But somehow, and I want to say hi to Goonbeam, Vanessa Kitty, MC. Good evening, folks. Good evening. But somehow they connect the effing dots to a store that I love, and maybe they don't love me as much, Josiah. I would say the hold on. Let me just. I gotta write this out. If it's mm, mm, mm. If I go QTB. Yeah, I'm gonna just call the store QTB. It's one letter off because if I said what the store was, Google would accuse me of advertising and demonetize the video or give me a strike on my channel. So Donald Trump went to a store, and part of the video was fun. Part of the video was kind of cringe. I'm gonna tell you, I watched that. I could just imagine, like, if I had a retail business and Donald Trump came to my store, it would be awesome. I would be all sorts of crazy excited. I am a Trump fanboy. I'm gonna admit it. I'm not. I'm really not a fanboy of anybody, but I like Trump for a bunch of reasons, and I can logically go to that. But that's not the story today. What the story today is why Trump is a racist. The sick racist message. Why Trump chose that particular gun store. Can anybody guess? Anybody know? I'm not going to say the store. I've bought a lot of product from this particular store, this online retailer. I will actually say the guy's name. I know, Josiah. Good guy, great guy. He tolerates me. And I'm just going to call him QTB, which is pseudonym. That's not their actual name. It's one character off of the initial. They are in the Palmetto State. I'm just saying they're a gun store in the Palmetto State, but I'm not going to name them. I'm just going to use offset initials, just like HAL was an acronym for IBM, HAL. So it went one letter ahead, instead of IBM, it was HAL. I'm just going to call them QTB. Yes, yeah, I got that right. So Donald Trump went to a store. So he's stopping in this town campaigning, and he went to a firearms store. And I'm just going to say, I know the president of this firearms store. I mean, it's not like we call each other and yak it up. That's not the case. I know him vaguely socially. You know, I don't know him as good as John Crump or any of those people. I know him a little less well as I know Hank Strange. It's not like Hank and I yak it up every day. I mean, there are times we do, but not recently. But I know Josiah likes Hank Strange, and just in case you're wondering, Josiah's a white dude. Hank Strange is not a white dude. He's actually half Indian and half something else. I'm not going to talk about. Uh, I've seen Josiah and Kevin Dixie having a good time together. I think I've heard Tony Simon speak very highly of. I was going to almost say the store QTB where Josiah works. But let's get into the story. So, have any of you, and hi Ting Ting, just want to say hi. Have any of you figured out who's blowing up my text messages? The sick racist message behind why Trump chose that particular gun store. Does anybody know? Dude, who's blowing up my texts? Yeah, it's Trump. Anyhow, so let's read the article. Any guesses? All right, so we got an MVE here, military violent extremists. I think there's a new term for it. Trump needs to admit that he's. All right, all right. So this is kind of cringe. All right, please remind me. Let me just click on that. Good point here, MV. Good point. I'm not sure there are palmetto bugs. I don't know if you got a problem with palmetto bugs, but what is Gary Tallon? The only good thing from this nonsense they spew is that the only appeals to the people who already have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, that is, and need fuel for their hate to most normal people. What the frick? Trump has never texted me this much. Does he know I'm online? All right. So good MV, good point. I'll hit on that, and I was kind of like cringe moment. So, but does anyone know? Did anyone who didn't read this article? No, it's like Crump. I was gonna say Trump. Oh no, it's now is that dark? Yeah. So I'm getting messages about knives and this. And that. All right, so MC, did Trump buy a pistol? Lie about the crack junkie and toss it into a dumpster? Wow! 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 Yeah, no, that didn't happen. Somehow, the second he said I ought to buy this, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Boy, I am like rabbit holing or whatever so badly. So during a campaign visit to South Carolina, Donald Trump took some time to visit a gun store. All right, so here it is. This is it, right here, right here. During a campaign trip to South Carolina, Donald Trump took some time to visit a gun store that sold weapons to the racist Jacksonville, Florida mass shooter. So I don't. Now, the mass shooter was a prohibited person. He was Baker acted. I don't know if he actually filled out the 4473 or not. And I'm gonna mute my damn phone. I don't know if he actually filled out the 4473 or not, or he had a straw purchase, or he bought a gun, stole a gun, whatever. But I didn't go much deeper. That shooter had an AR and he had a Glock. And I'm assuming from the read, because they didn't say which one he bought at PSA, or I don't even know that he bought it at PSA. I said it. One was a QTB AR-15 because I can't on according to YouTube rules talk about a gun shop. So what they're trying to connect the dots, they're diving through their a-hole, doing all sorts of mental gymnastics, trying to connect the dots that AR-15, I believe, manufactured by this company, was used by a deranged nutjob to commit a racist crime. But and I'm assuming Ting Ting is saying her yellow butt is racist because maybe she owns something from that company. I own a bunch of things from that company. Most of my friends own a bunch of things from that company. In fact, I know Josiah went to Hank Strange's place, and if they're just so incredibly racist, I don't know why Josiah would have went there. and shot guns at Hanks at the hacienda. But whatever, crap happens. You know, um, I'm, and I don't know that I'm on the inner circle. I have the secret racist handshake or hear the racist dog whistle, but I gotta get that racist dog or right wing racist, whatever the dog whistle is. I don't know how it works. I've never heard it, but somehow I. So Trump visited PSA on Monday, where he admired a handgun engraved and decorated in his honor. He repeatedly wanted to buy the gun there, which would have been a violation of federal law given his many indictments. Well, he's not a South Carolina resident, so you can't buy a pistol there. All right, so I don't know if I've been in that particular store. I'd have to go to Google Maps and look at my history and figure it out. I've been to a store close to I-95 once or twice, maybe twice or three times. And I actually tried to buy an AR-9 from them, and they wouldn't sell it to me because they claimed it was a pistol. And I'm like, no, it's not a pistol. It's a rifle, whatever. So a lot of media attention is focused on Trump actually purchasing a gun violated. Yeah, not really. And then they talk about in August, a white man opened fire in a Dollar General store, predominantly black Jacksonville neighborhood, killing 3 people, all of whom were black. Look, this is a horrific thing. Nobody supports this. Nobody in the right mind supports this. Uh, this is crazy AF talk. I am just so shocked. Whoa, CT Design. What's up? What's up? Member for 18 months. Congrats, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. So look, this piece of crap shot and killed 3 black people and offed himself. I mean, that saves the taxpayers some money on a trial and appeals and all that bit. Oh, damn, I didn't mean to click. What did I do? I didn't want to click. Close. How do I go back? Oh, all right here. All right, here it is. So he had a semi-auto, because I guess semi-auto sounds worse than just an AR-15, which we all know is semi-auto, which was painted with swastikas, and so he hatred of black people and acted alone. Now, how do you say the place that manufactured it may not have sold it to him? Like, I don't know that this guy filed a 4473, bought it at that store. That's kind of cray-cray. How do you connect these dots and then say that Trump is a racist? But just not so, just really, really not so. So at least one of the guns came from QTB, because I can't say the other letters, in Somerville, South Carolina. Now, I don't know that they know that for sure. I think all they know is it was a firearm manufactured by them. I don't know that they know it was purchased at that store. They say came from. So, and so one of the guns is clearly engraved with a PES, I can't say a QTB logo. So they don't engrave their name on Glock. So unless it's not a Glock and it's their dagger, but they said Glock in the story here. But anyhow, I know on the side of the ARs they sell, it does have their name and logo. So when the Jacksonville shooter happened, Trump did not issue any statement on the tragedy. He's not president. I mean, did Bill Clinton issue a statement on the tragedy? Did Al Gore issue a statement on the tragedy? Did Barack Obama issue a statement on the tragedy? What? Why is when you're president? Yeah, it's your responsibility. Did Joe Biden? Yeah, I'm really sure he rushed in front of a camera, tripping several times on the way. But you can argue that his campaign stop is a kind of tacit statement. He put the spotlight on QTB, praises its inventory, and tried to offer it business. In other words, they show it. Look, if you showed me a Flying Rich firearm with my face engraved on it or logo or something, I'd want to buy it. Whatever. It's not like tried to offer it business. Does that mean he's going to buy a store? He's going to get a franchise? What are we talking about? I mean, this is really Looney Tune crazy crap. And of course, the further Boog conspiracy goes on. QTB, I almost said it. QTB Armory openly embraced far-right ideology in 2020, not 2021 or 2019, but in 2020, it embraced far-right ideology, began marketing its projects with imagery and language associated with the Boogaloo. It's kind of like the N word. It's the B word, Boogaloo. I said it twice. Gosh, I feel sleazy. I feel really bad. Slang for racist violence. And don't forget, this is the white. It might be this one. I don't know if I'm married. I'm going to do them on both. One is the white power symbol. One is the OK symbol. I can't tell you because it might be married. Maybe it's not married, and I'm not deranged or have TDS. So both of them are the OK symbol. Of course, that was started by 4chan, that this was white power, and the media did not get the joke and made themselves a meme. So, yeah, in 2020, they began marketing products, imagery associated with the Boogaloo, slang for racist violence. Now, again, that racist dog whistle, my ears are not freaking working. I never heard Boogaloo associated with racist slang. Hey, Christy, how's it going? Um, boy. So, and even a call for a full. So the Boogaloo, Big Igloo, of course, they didn't say Big Igloo, but Boogaloo is a call for full-on racist war. I don't get the memo. Oh well, and it's also become to mean a war to topple the government. Okay. So its origins are completely racist, just like gun control origins are completely racist. But Boogaloo is slang for racist violence, which also has become a meme about a war to topple the government. I don't know if the Jacksonville shooter. Oh no, he wouldn't have Boogaloo. Never mind, I got that backwards. Jacksonville shooter couldn't have been able to buy the guns in the first place. So that kind of contradicts the story. Hold on. Let's see. Help me out here. I don't understand English real well. And the Jacksonville shooter shouldn't have been able to buy the guns in the first place. He was held in Florida state custody in 2017 for mental health issues, disqualifying him from owning guns under a statute called the Baker Act. Hold on, let's see. The sick racist message, why Trump chose that particular gun store. Visited where he admired handgun. He repeatedly said, during campaign. Wait, hold on. Yeah. The gun store that sold weapons to the racist Florida. So the only good thing I can say about this article is they don't actually name the perp, which I'm okay with. I don't do that either. The gun store that so did they or didn't they? Because you seem to contradict yourself. But don't let a misinformation title that you stitch together somehow with magic beans. Oh damn! I did it again. Ruin the narrative. So yeah, open far right ideology shouldn't have been able to buy. With so many eyeballs on Trump and QTB Armory, would never have gotten away with selling him a gun. But as a Philadelphia Inquirer columnist, Will Bunch pointed out, the store could sell him an AR-15. Could sell an AR-15 to a young mentally troubled white supremacist. And again, I don't know where they come up with that, because I don't, I haven't seen a 4473 for this actual thing. So I I was looking through this video. A bunch of media was there. It's fun and cringe all at the same time because Trump's not a gun guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Didn't know what an HK was. Um, it's just I I had a lot of fun watching the video. If you haven't watched the video, definitely watch the video. Former President Donald Trump toured a gun store in Somerville. Blah blah blah. Monday the 25th. Story continues. Local news media captured Trump pointed and posed with a Glock branded with his likeness. Damn right, I would do the same thing at QTB Armory, saying, "Wow, I gotta buy one. I want to buy one. That's it. Send him to jail." I guess they're going to do that anyhow. Uh, the moment raised concerns that Trump, who faces 4 separate criminal cases, had bought the weapon as U.S. federal law prohibits sales of guns to people under felony indictment. Well, also, dumb mofos. It did say it earlier in the article, you can't buy a pistol out of state. You have to buy it in the state where you live, which sucks. I actually had to fly to Florida when I was working in Minnesota, buy a gun, and bring it back when I got my carry permit in Minnesota. Trump spokesman clarified that Trump had not actually bought a gun at the Armory, QTB Armory, that is. Local media reported that Trump made several other stops. I'm sure there were racist stops during his visit to Somerville, including a campaign office and a boat manufacturer. It might have been racist boats also, because I don't know if you understand how racist boats are, because most of the boat buying population are white. So it's really, really, really racist. Not quite as racist as ice skating or snow skiing, but we're up there. I unlike skeet shooting that I always tease Bob with, that it's the ultimate white man sport, but actually probably snow skiing is or water skiing is crap, and I do all of them. I must be a racist. Damn it. I'm live on YouTube talking to people. Say hi to them. Okay. All right. My wife says I got to wrap it up because we're eating dinner. Did you give the dog the pill? Oh, okay. Now that we got the housekeeping out of the way. And I took the garbage down. This goes on and on and on. And I think this was an aggregation of the stories. Let me just drop this link in the description and the comments here. Oh, we got, is it? Oh, I thought it was Bending Ballistics, but so I'm sorry. I'm looking at my phone here, and the comments are super small. When I look at this screen, they're bigger. It is like a total crazy freaking pile-on. The way they write stories, the way the media. So if you have a question about how crazy AF the media is, and what they will go to say that something is racist dog whistle, it just is crazy amazing. So okay, I did promise I'm gonna do one last. So Trump, I believe, and so yes, I would vote for Trump. Let me get that out of the way. Also, I want Trump to be president because he's what they're most worried about. The saying is, you get the most flack when you're flying over the target. So what Trump did, he did 2 things. He spoke very positively and rallied for red flag laws, which I thought were crazy. And he did the bump stock. Now, do I want to own a bump stock? No. And do I want to shoot machine guns? Yeah, when other people are paying for the ammo, like this weekend. But it's just kind of crazy that I would say the bump stock ban paved the way to the pistol brace rule. And when they asked, could you make that go away? And Trump said yes. It's like, hey, what about the bump stock also? So yeah, I don't want to, I do want to identify the elephant in the room as far as Donald Trump's gun rights um, going on. I just wish Don Jr. had his ear more on this stuff. But they, most of the media is like losing their effing mind over Donald Trump buying a gun, which we all know you can't buy a gun when you're out of state. But there's one jack wagon. Let's just take a look. Tory Otten. I don't know what a Tory Otten is, but okay. So Tory Otten, the sick, racist message behind why Trump chose that particular gun store. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I'm just dying to like, who is Tory Otten? Is it just some like, nut job? The New Republic. Tory Otten on Twitter. So it is a woman. And on Twitter, hold on, can I change? I need to present, stop screen, present, share screen, share window. I just want to share, I want to share a Chrome tab in Tory on. Okay. So half in half, breaking news for New Republic, previously English desk for AFP. I'm not sure who AFP is. Thoughts my own, she/her. Hold on. In case you guys, we could always look at this, but let's just go. And Flying Rich, where's my profile? How do I find my profile? No, I don't want to log out. I want to go to my, I don't know how. Oh, see? They didn't have my pronouns listed, so I actually had to add them in. So if you go, oh, I got to drop Islip, my old hometown, but pronouns: Star-Lord, Savior of the Universe, Ultra Maga, and Squadron Leader. And you can use them all together if you want to identify me. I appreciate that if you did. Guys, with that, my dinner's ready and my wife's home. So I guess I got to eat. Crumpy and I might be, oh crap, I think there's a Republican primary debate. So we may be doing commentary live on that later this evening when the debate's over. Thank you for joining me and hanging out. And if you give it a thumbs up and a little bit of love, and you could always troll down through here. I'm sure there's some links of mine to, oh my gosh, it's FPC. Anyhow, I thought that was the Trump, Glock and stuff. And ooh, I'm going to be hanging out with these guys this weekend. Guys, thank you for dropping by. I'm going to end the stream. Enjoy. I guess I got to click the button twice.